Have you ever said yes to something even though you didn't want to? Maybe you agreed to help a coworker when you were already overwhelmed or went to an event you had no interest in, just because you didn't want to disappoint anyone. I am sure many of you definitely felt overwhelmed because you couldn't say no to someone. But here's the truth. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying no to yourself. And that's not fair to you. Many of us struggle with saying no without feeling guilty. Today, I am talking about something many of us struggle with, saying no without feeling guilty and how you can do it. If that sounds helpful, like this video and subscribe for more motivational content. Now, let's get started. First, let's talk about why saying no is so hard. For many of us, it's rooted in fear of disappointing others, fear of being seen as selfish, or fear of missing out. We worry that saying no will damage relationships or make us seem unkind. But here's the truth. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You leave nothing for yourself if you constantly say yes to everyone else. And that's not sustainable. Why do we say yes when we want to say no? The first reason is people pleasing. We want to be liked and say yes to avoid conflict. Second is fear of missing out. We don't want to miss an opportunity, even if it's not right for us. Third is guilt. We feel obligated, especially when it's family or close friends. Fourth is lack of boundaries. We haven't defined what's important to us, so we say yes to everything. Sound familiar? The good news is that you can overcome these barriers. It starts with understanding your worth and prioritizing your needs. Now, let's talk about how to say no without feeling guilty. Here are 5 steps that will be super helpful to you in saying no. The first step is to know your priorities. Before you can say no confidently, you need to know what matters most to you. What are your goals, your values, your non-negotiables? When you're clear on these, saying no becomes easier because you're protecting what's truly important. The second step is be honest but kind. You don't need to make up excuses or lie. A simple, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit to this right now," is enough. You don't owe anyone a lengthy explanation. The third step is practice saying no. Start small. Say no to something low stakes, like an extra project at work or an invitation you're not excited about. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. The fourth step is reframe guilt. Guilt is a feeling. It doesn't mean you've done something wrong. Remind yourself that saying no is an act of self-respect. You're honoring your time and energy. The fifth step is to offer an alternative if you want to. If you genuinely want to help but can't commit, suggest another way. For example, "I can't help with the event, but I'd be happy to share some resources." This shows you care without overextending yourself. Let me share a personal story. A few years ago, I was the classic yes person. I said yes to every request, every invitation, every favor. And guess what? I was exhausted, stressed, and resentful. It wasn't until I hit a breaking point that I realized I needed to change. I started small, saying no to things that didn't align with my goals. And you know what happened? The world didn't end. People understood, and I felt freer than ever. Here's a quick exercise for you. Stand in front of a mirror and practice saying no. Start with something simple like, "No, I can't make it," or "No, that doesn't work for me." Notice how it feels. It might be uncomfortable at first, but that's okay. Discomfort is part of growth. Remember, saying no isn't selfish, it's self-care. When you say no to things that don't serve you, you say yes to your dreams, goals, and well-being. You're creating space for what truly matters. And that's something to feel proud of, not guilty about. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. You are not responsible for other people's reactions. If someone gets upset because you said no, that's on them, not you. Your job is to honor your boundaries and live authentically. And trust me, the right people will respect you for it. All right, that's it for today. I hope this video gave you the tools and confidence to say no without guilt. Remember, you are worthy of your own time and energy. So go out there and own your no like the boss you are. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who needs to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe for more empowering content. Until next time, take care of yourself and say no with confidence. Thank you for watching.